Wrestlingus Show. Here we back, boy. Wrestlingus Show. Fuck those we annoy. Wrestlingus Show. Too hard for the meat. Wrestlingus Show. On the air every week.
It's the Wrestlingus Show, everyone. This is where we give you the rundown of the thing you love to hate, or maybe you just love it. Maybe if you're into Japan wrestling, you're not listening to this at all. But this is where we give you our special rundown in the week of wrestling. And this show is just raw because on patreon.com/Lingus Mafia, we gave the exclusive of WrestleMania, Backlash, and Friday Night SmackDown was in there, where we were going to do a whole show only on Lacey Evans. That's the only problem, Faust, that the Freebirds did not hear us go over this insane. However, we will touch on it a little bit today. It was on Raw. So if you want to hear your Mania Backlash show, our whole thing, that is exclusively patreon.com/Lingus Mafia. And if you want to check out our t-shirt, our brilliant original idea, go to belowthecollar.com/Lingus Mafia. You'll see that. And, follow us at Lingus Mafia. Faust, all roads lead to at Lingus Mafia. Everywhere you go, type in podcast, you find Lingus Mafia.
And if you don't want to subscribe on Patreon, you don't want to buy a shirt, you can help us out by going to iTunes and leaving us a nice review.
Faust,
if prefer you subscribe to Patreon.
Yeah, go
buy a shirt.
Give a shit what the fuck it says on iTunes.
Freebirds normally don't get the Raw review because it's cut off. So this is a special occasion for them.
Special occasion, and when
it's the Raw after WrestleMania.
That's it. Backlash. And I wrote on my notes, Raw after Mania, ... Backlash. You guys usually don't even get this because we jump over to Patreon at the time. So very special, Faust. When there is
Michael
pay-per-view
Cole would say, you're in for a treat.
Fuck you, Mike. In for a treat. You imagine, Faust, I imagine people on the couch like this. Ooh. Fucking rub the hand. Ooh, shit. What are we going to get?
That's what I did when I saw that they were recapping the Lacey Evans stuff.
Dude.
I rubbed my hands.
I go, woo.
Ooh, it's a best of.
Best of Lacey Evans. And then there was the truck stop guy. They called me a lot lizard. Oh, fuck.
But we'll get there.
And then, they did the Eiffel Tower to me. I was, getting clogged in the mouth on one end, and they were drilling for oil from behind. They high-fived. They called it an Eiffel Tower. I don't understand.
Here it goes.
And here we go. And she's like, I'm a mother with the biggest whore outfit you've ever fucking seen. Where you go, this thing goes down into your pussy, this outfit. Your sides hang out. It's tucked in between your pussy. And Faust, by the end of a match wearing something like that, that is Toville, USA. That thing is like this, wrapped around. Guarantee you. And after kids, Faust, you talk about tugging on lips. You're lucky she don't trip on the way in the ring, Faust. Welcome to the Wrestlingus Show, ladies. And you imagine what you've been missing not being on Patreon.
Oh, man.
Orton and Riddle say now they want those titles. This is the goofiest, and this was, remember I told you, it should have been the other way around. And it would be the bad guys afraid to do them. They're hounding the good guys. We want you. So now all of a sudden in the middle of this, they went, nah, fuck it, Roman, you should say no. I don't want it. I go, it was Roman's idea, though. How do this work?
Orton had to remind us that Roman tore up the contract when they had the contract signed. He's like, well, maybe we'll just go to SmackDown and get Roman's approval.
Yeah, and he's like, now we want the titles. I want your fucking, I'll take your fucking belt. And so now it's going to be reversed where I go, this is welcome to WWE, ladies and gentlemen, at this point in our lives.
According to Billy, right? They're just pushing it back.
They keep, because according to, I know the source, Faust. I know the source, and you can take it to the bank that this is the reason. They have pushed off. Yes. Now, to tell everybody that didn't listen to the Informer show and all this stuff, Billy tells me when he was hanging out with the wrestlers, he was hanging out with a few people, and he was hearing some stuff There was other things going on, which I can't mention, Faust. And so he hears a story from a very reliable source because it's a fucking person involved in a damn match. And so they were supposed to break
can't
up.
say which.
Faust, I would tell you who. Maybe I'll say it in a riddle and figure out how I could tell it to you.
Uh-huh.
Guess who said it? There's my riddle for you, Faust. But I won't say which, Faust. So they say they've been trying to, they were going to break them up 7 times. I go, this is WWE. They put them together to break up a month later. This is how quickly it would have happened. So they're doing the breakup.
They stay together even longer now.
Why?
I don't know. I just want to see him go against other teams, I guess.
Fuck you. What do you care? Well, here's the thing is that it's supposed to go the way I said, Faust, because they listened to me. And where I said it should be the Riddle doing the breakup thing and, jumping Orton, because that'll be the surprise because everyone's expecting the Riddle the other way. But it's supposed to be after they finally lose these belts to the Usos. That's why this thing happened at the pay-per-view instead of that match, because they go, they sell too much. That's a big problem,
another
too.
Month of sales.
It might continue for a fucking while. It might as well until they try to win back the belts multiple times. Then they could do it for 3 months of trying to win the belts, and finally the frustration builds up after that, and they can't win it back. Then he fucking flips. So you could still do this after a loss. But did you notice we did have a match, Faust? Street Profits came out.
Profits came out, says, you done forgot about us. And we want the titles.
Forgot about us.
We want the smoke.
We had 12 matches, which will beat you every time.
I haven't seen this match before.
Holy God. And then it's we want the smoke, and okay, that left the door open.
Yeah.
And Riddle said, what did you say? Riddle's got to, write it out for the audience. Wait a minute. Did somebody say 3 minutes? This is what this.
Speaking of smoke.
And he's like, well, we 420 Riddle RK Bro 420 says we just smoked your ass, and I'm like, oh, fucking RVD shake his head somewhere.
And Orton was howling like it was the funniest thing he's ever heard.
Fucking Madcap must have whispered something to him. So during this match, Riddle accidentally bumps into Orton on the floor, dives on him and shit. Oh no, but it's proper life where you go, obviously you didn't fucking mean to. Where I love the bad guy where somebody gets punched, you motherfucker, and you're like,
why'd you hit me?
Dude, what do you think? What the fuck, dude? Watch the tape. And so he saves him and this and that, but and then the good guys win. Okay, very good.
Yeah.
So,
from the heavens, Riddle jumped up RKO.
I'm dying for these Profits, but we got a little taste before with them bad guys. Now, come on, this is enough already. God
I think
damn,
they'll be better. Yeah.
Oh, they'll be fantastic.
It's gotten so stale.
Guys. Yeah. How about this shit, Faust? On Corey's show, he said, because I don't even subscribe to the After the Bell. I used to enjoy. I don't listen to any wrestling podcasts at all. I have fucking zero. I have ours subscribed. That's it. And I don't even listen to ours afterwards unless someone says, hey, the mic's fucked up, which our show's mic isn't fucked up. It's that fucking Informer show. So don't fucking tell me I don't record that site. If you listen to podcast site files, crystal clear. You listen, you watch a video from that Informer. Don't come cry to me, Argentina. It's not for me. So I say, you get quality on this show unless the mic is unplugged and my guys don't tell me you don't sound right. Like the whole show, they didn't notice I wasn't on a microphone. So on Corey's show with Cody, they start talking about old school shit because they start talking about the Winged Eagle.
Yeah.
And they start talking about Barbershop and the Snake Pit.
Oh, yeah, bring back the old sets, yeah.
And they fucking mentioned the old platform where they would do an interview. And they did the motherfucker.
Yeah, I was like, where's Gene Okerlund out here?
Fuck, we got some flashlight and shovel files. We get the Gene Okerlund. With a swelled up arm full of urine.
Yeah.
Man, I enjoy it, Faust.
It's a little thing, but it's a nice throwback.
They don't need the big giant staircase to get to the motherfucker. What the fuck? The staircase went all the way to the damn entrance.
Yeah.
I was like, get the fucking wooden stairs. You got them.
Yeah. But this is good. Do it in front of the crowd instead of doing it in the ring or instead of doing it backstage like we're always in. It was just setting up for Theory and Corey later. And Theory says, hey, man, I was in diapers when Cody was last in
Oh,
WWE.
fuck, 6 years ago.
Like, high school, you were wearing diapers, or
He had spina bifida, Faust. He was shitting himself. I'm hoping like they do this for Miz TV and make a set for him. Put that fucking thing off to the side
in the ring.
Yeah, I don't need that. Yeah, you see with the red carpet bullshit in the ring.
Yeah,
and I get it. It's in the middle for everybody to see. It's a fucking 2-minute segment. Put the fucker to the side. It's okay.
Yeah.
Edge in the group now. The Judgment Day. Am I crazy? Wasn't it Judgment Day? It is now. They are shoving it down our throat. The Judgment Day. They have said it multiple times. Vince liked to take away a last name and add a fucking name, whatever he liked to do. And what the fuck did Edge do to his hair? Apparently, he'd go get a pompadour and he said, "Give me the Rhea Ripley."
That's what it was. Him and Rhea said, "Let's go get him and hers matching haircuts."
That was odd because I go, he listened to the show. He knows his hair's a fucking witch fucking nest. That crap.
Yeah. I'm going to wait for Cornette on his next podcast to be pissed off. Say, "God damn it, if you're going to cut your hair, you're losing money right there. You could have had a hair match, or you turn it into something else."
It's true. And I think the same thing every time I see it. I go, why wouldn't they have done this in a fucking match? It's the same when Miro came out. They yelled at him, right? So what the fuck? They yelled at him, but they don't yell at anybody else. Who else fucking just... Oh, Boogs. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah, Boogs.
He could have got El Kabonged, and they could have grabbed his big ponytail and snipped it right there. They fucking did it to Becky, at least. And, it wasn't even much.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's do it with this Bianca already. This black light drives me fucking mad.
Oh, it's terrible. Like that purple, and because sometimes it looks like they got dots on their face.
It looks like they have shit on their face. It looked like someone fed them cake, Faust.
Yeah.
And they have shit on their icing on their face or something. I go, what the fuck? They move it. It's on their nose. I go, what do you have on your face?
They're just trying real hard. He's walking around with this dumb insults to the crowd.
He does that facing the other way yell all the time. He yells at the real crowd because there's no one in front of him.
Did you see someone throw a hat in the ring?
I didn't, but I didn't know if someone threw or if it fell off her. I didn't know what the fuck. I just saw
it wasn't there, and all of a sudden I saw it roll and just stop.
Oh, that's
and
great.
It just sat there. Nobody did anything.
Crab, lice roll in the ring.
Rhea says, "I'm done signing autographs at the airport." So does that mean Ricochet is going to join the group next?
Ricochet is in the Judgment Day next. Edge said he pulled Rhea aside and said, "Liv is holding you down." He goes, "How do you like that I'm responsible for ending your favorite tag team?" I go, "My favorite tag
My
team?
favorite?
Anyone's favorite? Maybe Liv's mother and Rhea's mother. What are you talking about? Your favorite tag team."
Yeah, this went on a little long. Finally, Liv's music hit.
Yeah, and she fucking, with that watch me, and she has to fucking clap and dance down to. And I'm like, I like the old music. Stop with this fucking jivey bullshit. But Faust, I do like this Liv fucking Morgan, man. That is a good looking girl. I like a pretty face like that, Faust, because I like the defile. I would make her lips look like trash pails after I was through it. She'd be like folded in and shit. I mean, that's how
Rhea's lipstick was like that after her match. The black lipstick was all smeared all over her
Maybe
skin.
Priest was using her. Priest and Boy came down.
You know who Rhea's with now? Did we talk about this?
The black guy.
No.
She's not with him anymore.
Want to hear something
the
very, 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 very ironic?
Okay.
So Rhea's the third person to join the Judgment Day,
yes.
Right? Who was also Australian and was the third member to join the House of Black?
Joining House of Black. Oh, fucking Murphy.
Yeah, that's who she's with.
Really? That's bizarre. That is the weirdest mixed match ever.
You're an Aussie. I'm an Aussie. Let's fuck.
He goes from fucking Alexa Bliss to... I mean, it's not... Like I said, without the fucking black lipstick, it's okay.
Yeah.
And...
Pronouns, pal.
But I'm like, usually you have a bit of a type almost to where at least even with all the fuck is your wife the one with all the shit in her face? That's this. But Alexa's 2 feet tall and spinner. Fucking Rhea's spinning him.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, I'm like, that's interesting. And then, but you always wonder, you go, sometimes you get pussy due to reputation of past. I've been there, Faust, I believe. I believe from working at that one job where I made a couple rounds. I think it was, oh, shit, you scored the hottest one in there. Something, you must know what's going on or something. Meanwhile, fucking, well, it must have been luck or something. But again, I think they like to try. You know, this is the Scott Baio method. Where they go, where a fucking girl stuck in line, she goes, Scott Baio's here today. You've got to sleep with him. You go, motherfucker, what a fucking...
You just got to.
You got to. He's fucking great at oral. You go, what a fucking word of mouth.
What a treat.
You're in for a treat. Scott Baio's going to eat your pussy. Oh, fuck. Okay, so after hearing, that is something. I'm like, but he don't mind that she's a coal burner, I guess, though, Faust.
Guess not.
Now she likes ginger spice, ginger snap. You like fucking the soulless, apparently. Hey, Rhea, you like fucking soulless people? Soulless snaggletooths? Come on over here. All right. Rhea versus Liv. They gonna do. I write this before it is because you know how this match is gonna go, and I write they do Liv wrong.
Yeah,
they could make her a champion just for her fucking being hot alone. Right. She loses. They beat her up afterwards some more, and then Finn shows up with AJ.
Puts her in the submission. She taps. Edge just tap out, making her do it some more.
Yeah. And then it's Finn versus Priest and Boy. And Edge interferes, and there's a DQ. AJ gets in there, and they go, and then the bad guys beat them all up. And that's that. Yeah. Here's the problem with a faction. You're never going to lose in the beginning.
Right. At least Edge and Priest, they timed that finisher thing they were doing a little better where they do the spear. And
you can see Edge go, and then, and I don't think he's as far away from him either anymore now. You don't have to run. We see how Lashley lost, Faust. I was like, all right, there we go. I literally rewound it because I was fast forwarding through commercial, and I go, oh, hold on a minute, I don't know what happened.
Even though we don't get full, we get the pauses, we only get screenshots. You got to go back and watch it on Peacock.
Yeah. And meanwhile, though, they'll show it the next week in full. You go, what? Okay, it's not pay per view, so whatever. Owens in the Alpha Academy's in the back. And they say, remember, we took his cup from last week. I sent it to DNA testing. However, though, isn't DNA going to show that you're related, though? I mean, you have the same DNA.
Yeah, that's true.
Because there was a twin who got in trouble. They were like, it's either you or your brother who killed this person. The guy's like, motherfucker. I've seen that. And it's like, Jesus Christ.
No, never mind. This is wrestling.
Yes. Owens says his brother, Ken Owens, is going to fight tonight. Faust, I fucking rubbed my hands together. I said, here we go. Because Owens is great. That's all there is. Owens is
this is so great. Dumb, but Owens can make it fucking
Owens can make it great. And I'm like, I wonder if he could shave his beard off for tonight. But he goes, my older brother. We'll keep that in mind.
Older.
VIP Lounge, Faust, with Omos. Cedric shows up. He goes, oh, we're great. Yeah, we're here. We're here. We're queer. Let's get our asses in gear. He wants to join the group. We
did it. MVP's like, we.
What you mean we, Kimosabi? Lashley shows up. This
Bobby Wardlow comes out.
This hurt to watch the security.
Oh,
that one spine buster.
There's the second one. Yes.
I go, oh my God. When
I watched that, I was like this on the couch. I was like, hey.
Yeah. I go, because I always put myself in these situations and knowing my broken fucking self. And I'm like, I would be so fucked up from this. Yeah. Like, I always think, I go, can I take a fucking bump? I can to a point. I think I could take like clothesline bumps, like, because it's the top of your back. But that, like, he's falling, so shit's going to shift when you hit like your hips, you know? Yeah. And I'm like, oh no, oh my God. So everybody gets killed there, and so this is what happens. And later
he
on,
puts the hurt lock on Cedric and
the shit locker.
He's like, I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. You don't have.
I'm like, fucking Shelton's still gone. Okay. Sonya has a match tonight. Here's what bothers me again, Faust. There's multiple bothers. Sonya asks, she's in the back with Pierce. Hey, who's my opponent? She wants to know. This is the main thing I want to know, and that's why I'm here. You motherfucker, you tell me who it is. All right. On second thought, I don't want to know. Motherfucker. The whole fucking reason you're there.
And then Pierce is like, about your review, I need to talk to you. We'll talk after the match.
So before this match is about to start, she's in the ring there, and he goes, after further review, you're no longer an official. She fucking, and I'm like, thank fucking God already with this. Why was she in the first place? We don't fucking know. There was no reason. She came back and she was in charge.
She's going to have to get a new shirt. You see how she doesn't want to wear her shirt, so she does like some of the wrestlers do. They just tuck it into their waist and walk to the ring like, hey, look, I have a shirt. Go buy my shirt.
Yeah, that is interesting. What does the shirt say? That she has
big?
What?
Does it say big? It says something. It has like a tie because she always wearing a fucking tie in the
stupid
back.
Fucking thing.
Yeah. That's what I said. She need to get a new shirt now.
Because there's no tie.
She's not an official.
Well, she has to show everyone she gay. She wear a tie. That's the rule. That's what you do. And then they say, and your surprise opponent. And I go, it's the old music of Alexa Bliss. But the screen shows still evil. Yeah. Alexa Bliss with the fucking...
Old look. She looks great. Just none of the dark. But... Hey, look, we still got dolls to sell. So carry the doll out there.
And I go, all right, now, how do I feel about this? I go, I kind of think I'm one of those people when it comes to this that I'm not going to be happy with whatever they do. Because I would have complained if she came out with no doll and said, everything has disappeared and we never got a fucking nothing. It's just, she's back to, they said, fuck it, go back.
Well, didn't her therapist say keep the doll as a reminder or some shit?
And so I'm like, okay, am I glad that she has it? Because now it's a weaning thing at least. And it's like, well, I'm back to being okay from the fucking therapist, but I'm still that crazy person because I have the... So I'm like, maybe that is okay. I think they're trying to get away from it, but can't immediately and have to slowly.
Like, listen, we still got like hundreds of these dolls in the warehouse we need to sell.
I think one day she will just say, I finally feel comfortable enough not to have Lily with me, and she's just going to be at home from now. I think that's all we're going to hear, and it'll be that she's back to this. But I go, I don't know if it's the not evolving into the character thing, because I go, okay, well, she did something different, because you get stale. Did something different, and then they just go, fuck it, go back to what you were. And I'm like, it's not evolving. You're back to where you were. We haven't seen it, but it's the same shit. She has a flower on her ass, whatever the fuck it is, you know. She
ass was hanging out.
Yeah, her ass does hang out. She need to get
we'll
tan.
see. Yeah, we got to see where her next storyline goes.
Yeah, and it's hard to think. You go, can she fucking do anything against fucking Ronda? We saw already. No. You go, she should get killed by Rhea Ripley even. I mean, it's just they're bigger. So I'm like, it's almost like it's moved past where she was the dominant thing, because there's more shit there. So, okay. After the match,
Twisted Bliss.
Yeah, real quick.
Ball game.
2 moves of doom. And then Sonya's fucking wailing like it was a fucking rape. And she's, she did get walked, but, you know, like she had penis. She was screaming. She didn't appreciate it.
Touched for the very first time.
You would have thought someone broke into her house with this fucking screaming.
Well, that should be off TV for a while.
Ezekiel versus Ken Owens. Faust love it already.
Again, so dumb. But I just laugh. He comes out with his fucking wig. It's all gray. He's painted his beard gray. He spray
painted his beard. And then he goes, hi, I'm Ken Owens. And fucking Ezekiel goes, hi, Ken. And he's like, no, don't you fucking don't start with that. Yeah. You know damn well I'm not. And then he take off the fucking wig and he's like, what? you're Kevin? I don't like it. These people in the crowd.
Stood in the whole like Bobby and like Lawler, like, oh wow, he looks just like his younger brother. Spitting image. I haven't seen a resemblance like this since the Usos.
It's like, wow, look at his brother. It's my favorite. And and then eventually the Alpha show up. Everybody beats up Zeke.
Zeke has no friends, so they just beat the shit out of him.
Faust, there will be time that Elias shows up on the Titantron while he's in there, and they'll be together. They'll do the mankind. They'll be together because I think they could get. He goes, oh, my brother should come out here and sing you a lullaby. I thought too, and I go, oh no. I'm like, would you see a fucking silhouette almost like a guy with his head down walk out?
Yeah.
But I'm like, they have to have I think they could do movie wig on a beard. They can make that proper to look like that, and then the extension thing for the hair because his hair's long, so you could still do that. And then he could talk, and then you could have the fucking fake whatever come in, fake person Zeke, where it's just the split screen shit. They totally could do this, and they will do it. It's a matter of fucking time. Now Pierce and Oscar in the back. Dude, how cringing is this with Asuka with the fucking?
That's what I'm saying.
It's the same. It's the weird because I think it's because she can't speak English, so it's always the you say like you the man, but you the baby, and it's like, oh no.
And it looked like she kept looking to the side, like she was looking at cue cards.
Say this. Fuck.
Yeah, it's just very, very bad.
She sounds like I think Yuta should.
So Asuka's getting a non-title match. A title opportunity.
Dude, and I see that, I go, motherfucker. It's the
I like how Becky even says. So Becky goes, so if she wins, she gets a title shot. That doesn't even make sense.
Thank you. Thank God she fucking said it. It doesn't make sense. Veer versus Jobber. Now this is their new thing, Faust.
No relation to Willie Loman. That was assumed.
Thank you. And it's always with, I am scared to death to face you. Why?
This guy
he was Wardlow.
I was going to say, he was just as big, if not bigger than Veer.
He was bigger than Veer was.
Yeah. And he's like,
because Veer's not a big guy if you look at him. He's just regular. So I'm like, well, fuck.
He's like, I'm concerned I might get carted out like the other ones, but I got a family, so I have to do this.
I'm watching it. The Duchess walked by. She goes, nobody gives a shit about your kids.
Kids.
Fuck. So he gets killed. All I'm thinking of is Slater with the fucking I got kids, man. He gets killed, whatever. Cody versus Theory for the U.S. title. All Austin Theories does the cartwheel Stardust, Faust. It's the only thing I gave a shit about in this match. I was like, ooh, fucking great. And you know what's going to happen here. General Zod Rollins comes fucking marching to the ring, and he fucking runs in and ruins it. Kneel before Rollins.
Kneel on this announce table so I can stomp your face into it.
Get up slowly so I can do this. So now we're going to have a Hell in a Cell with those two. And I go, okay, so clean sweeping this fucking thing. You know what Cody should go? Would it have been best for me just to lay down and get beat by this guy so I'm done with him? He thinks he's won over and I can fucking move on with myself. This is fine. Nikki and Doudrop versus Sasha and Naomi non-tag team titles. Is
Sasha on our Patreon? Is Sasha on our Patreon? Did she hear us making fun of her headband so she didn't wear it?
And then she said, fuck it, I'll just do my eyebrows instead.
That's fucking god awful.
Yeah.
Blue and green eyebrows.
Fuck, man. All right, Sasha, don't listen. Don't do this anymore. We've told you. And I love the progression of the tape of the arm of Naomi.
Yeah, now
she's
fine.
A
little bit. Yeah.
She got her whole arm broken, but
she's so okay. On Friday she'll just have the
tape.
What's that?
Those tapes.
The athletic tape, the Kinzio or
You'll
whatever
see
that.
3 tapes on her arm. Yeah. Nikki's still dressed like a fucking fool. We were wrong.
Yeah.
After she said, I'm going to take it serious.
Maybe it's going to be a slow because after she does the fucking busy posing and Doudrop's yelling at her. So they lose, and she's like, are you going to take this serious?
Yeah.
Get your head in this. So
and so that was that. I really thought she was going to reach down and yank the mask off and go, fucking had it with this stupid shit.
She should have done.
So
maybe next week.
Yeah, after losing, the Fatso yells at her and all that. And then Mrs. Music hits, and I go, what is this, WCW?
Yeah, what, are we short on time?
I guarantee you that's why we were short on time. And I go, the next fucking match, we don't even have their entrances. They're there. They said, fuck it. The referee got an entrance. I laugh because Miz goes out there and does the fucking Sasha Banks fucking thing.
Yeah,
And
he
Sasha's
does it like
what
right
the
in
fuck?
front of her.
He's laughing. I go,
good.
you're good, Miz. You're good. So now it's, Ciampa and Ali.
So Sonya lost her job as an official for being impartial, but
Miz gets
theory says, hey, Vince, let's get this Miz to be an impartial ref. But I guess Vince is the chairman.
But it was one time. So now
fine.
he won't be able to again.
Okay. He learned. So if they do it again, then maybe we'll have to do an investigation.
We're gearing up for this big cage match between Ali and Miz.
Oh, boy.
They go, oh, yeah, Sammy and Drew, I raise you. And they fucking do this. Okay. Of course, Miz helps with this fucking win, whatever.
1, 2, 3, fast count.
Okay, here goes Faust. Lacey Evans, baby.
I'm waiting for them to do? I'm waiting for like when she's done talking for like something to come up and say, if you or someone you know suffers from mental health or addiction or suicide, here's a hotline to call. Get some help.
Every one of these people in the family were busy with their
Everybody.
Everyone. And she never learned the lesson. She's the beaten wife who keeps going back and they fuck her over again. So now she's blowing guys for nickels. She then turns her daughter out to the fucking child pornography ring to get fucking extra money for that. It's one thing after another.
And if you don't believe any of this, Corey tells us, listen, her story may be sensational, but it is all true.
See, they have to make sure they go, I know it's wrestling, but this is real.
Right.
This one is real.
That's where there's still part of me thinking, what if it's bullshit?
Oh my God, Faust. Fucking
It's
Lacey
Lacey
Smollett. It's so great. Bobby wants Omos in a cage next week. I go, never mind, there's Hell in a Cell around the corner, but we'll get
I'd
you
rather
a cage.
take a cage. Oh, what if MVP interferes? He climbs over the top, and then they have to go to Hell in a Cell.
Faust, from your ear, we will.
MVP can't climb a cage.
I was gonna say his knee's gonna. He's gonna blow that guy, Faust. Dana and Tamina in the back. They
could have cut this segment,
but there's gold in them. Their hills, Faust. They go, we're getting divorces from these guys, but we lied and tell them we're going a second chance, so they show up here.
Yeah.
So they show up with flowers and this and that, and then it's great because Tozawa, he refuses the paper, so he's not getting a divorce.
You got served.
You got to serve him for him to get a divorce. And he goes, fuck you, and runs away. And he runs away, and I go, so we know Dana wanted this divorce. Why is Tamina getting... There was nothing that happened to have Tamina get the fucking divorce.
Tozawa didn't bring chocolates. He just brought flowers.
Yeah, now she's pissed at that. And did you see she slaps the fucking paper? Did you see this, where it happened?
Yeah.
Slaps the paper away from fucking Reggie, and it ends up on fucking Dana. It goes flying over and lands in her hands. And they scooch away. I said, okay, here we go. Reggie's like, thank God I need to play with those big fucking tits. I gotta fucking, please don't divorce me. Those giant porno tits that you have and that Twilight Zone mouth of yours. Fucking, like one of the fucking weird fucking nurses in the Twilight Zone, I'm telling you. Becky's on commentary for Asuka versus Bianca non-title. And you
ready to go scuba diving or something?
I thought Kumo D walked out.
Yeah, with those glasses.
And she couldn't see. Did you see her go like this when she talked to Corey? She did. She bent her head back. She can't see. It's fitting. They showed a picture of Bianca and Tez. You know Tez.
Tez.
At the Kentucky Derby. I said because of all the horsehair that she stole, she went back to the scene of the crime. The scene of the crime. And this is where she was. And so the match starts, Faust, and I'm like, I'm behind.
If you look at the time.
The funny thing is I'm aggravated, Faust, because I started a little late. I said, oh, good, I'll start a little late. I go cook. Things like this. Let Cav cook. And so I fucking fast forward, and I look at the clock, and I see it's after 8. It's 8:05, something like this. And I'm still watching where I go, fuck, I would have been done. I'm angry. And I'm not watching half of what the fuck people have been forced to because of the highlights. I'm past. Match starts at 56, I realize. And I go, okay, well, we know now what this is going to be. Like, that's where I think AEW is right. They go, put the title match on first. You don't know how long it's going to fucking be.
Right.
Proper. And then say we have other matches lined up in case
Unless
it goes
it's
short.
ROH women's title where, there's, 8 minutes left, and they said it's a 60-minute time limit.
But we'll go on past, and the tape machines are rolling, folks. Becky interferes, and I said, well, that's the way you get your title shot. You interfere. So this way you could have Becky in the three-way, and then thank you, and then have where Bianca doesn't have to fucking pin Asuka clean. No, there's some bullshit.
Yeah.
And then they go off. So that's it. That's your Raw review, Faust. What do you have to say about that?
I have an interesting note for you.
Okay. Other than Australia, I don't know how interesting you can get.
All right. So there's 3 DQ finishes on Raw last night, right?
Mm-hmm.
We had the Judgment Day one, the fucking Rollins, and then Becky in the main event. How many DQ finishes have there been in the history of All Elite Wrestling?
Oh, I was going to say, I thought this was going to the trivia where didn't Cornette go, every match is a fucking DQ? Remember he told Russo? And he goes, nobody cares. Nobody's going to notice that. You go, every match. How many in the history of AEW? Mm-hmm. On what, Dynamite? Or both of their stupid shows?
Either show.
You know what's funny is I feel like there isn't ever. I'm like, why do I mean, this has to be a crazy number, but I never see them have one.
So semi-recently, remember there was Sean Dean had a match with MJF and CM Punk interfered and gave him the GTS. So then Sean Dean won.
Okay.
Via DQ.
Okay, yes.
So that's when MJF started 2022 0-1. Right? Okay,
yeah.
The second one took place when Mercedes Martinez took on Thunder Rosa on Dynamite. Martin. Who the fuck doesn't even say that? I don't know. Somebody interfered with the fucking pipe. So there's been 2.
Yeah, I remember the pipe.
On Raw last night, there was more DQs on one show than in the history of AEW.
Okay, so I was kind of right then when because I was like, if he's going to tell me there's like 20, how come I don't remember any? Okay, that's good then. All right. I'm glad it went that direction than the other way. I'm like, oh no, it's going to be bad.
That's what it was. Yeah, Mercedes hit her with the pipe during the match. So then that led to a no DQ match. So there's been 2 whole ones.
And it was part of a story too.
Yeah. Because Tony's like, yeah, fuck these DQ.
Yeah, it's true. You go, what the fuck?
That's why he's Booker of the Year, damn it.
All hail. Acknowledge Tony. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed. We gave you a full show just to have a taste of what we do for Raw. That's why you have to go patreon.com/Lingus Mafia, because you will hear those Raw reviews every week, not just the SmackDown, Faust. It's a special.
And it's more fun to make fun of Raw because there's more bullshit on Raw to make fun of.
Oh, God knows there's more. There's 3 hours of joy for us. Mm-hmm. And SmackDown used to be the better I mean, it's still the better show, but it used to not have problems. But now it has problems again. Test it out. It's $5 if you just want to hear the wrestling show, and you'll also get our main show complete in its entirety. Always on time on Tuesdays. And if you like, you go to higher levels to watch us on video, and you can see the nonsense that we do on video as well, because you get bonus show, actually, too. Mm-hmm. We record before and after. So, patreon.com/Lingus Mafia, belowthecollar.com/Lingus Mafia, at Lingus Mafia on Instagram and on Twitter. I'm Cav Manning. He is Fausty Walnuts. And we will see you with AEW on Thursday. Later. We're back, ladies and gentlemen, because I somehow scrolled past a very important part of my notes that it was between Liv coming out for the match and Liv having the match. We had a little commercial break, Faust. And we had Asian heritage.
Oh.
And I go, oh, yeah, Xia Li. What happened to her?
Yeah,
Where the fuck has she been? She hurt?
I have no idea.
She's not out there doing comic book karate? But the most important thing to talk about, Faust, for a minute, they played that fucking Money in the Bank commercial again, and I'm 100% right. There is no mistaking it when I watched it again.
That's what it appears to be.
It appears to be.
I'm not believing it until Adam Pearce comes out.
My Lord and Savior, Adam Pearce needs to.
When Hell in a Cell's over and they start pimping Money in the Bank.
Because
listen,
I said
they gotta sell out a stadium.
When you said no, it can't be, and I go, maybe I mishear it, and I
right.
and I go, all right, now I'm watching to see if they edit, if they make an explanation, if that piece is cut out, and I sit there and like I'm Billy watching a show. I didn't touch anything. I stared straight forward and watched it. And they said to winning this for a chance to main event, and I'm like, this is the Royal Rumble now. Money in the Bank is Royal Rumble. I don't know.
Doesn't make sense.
So is Royal Rumble Money in the Bank? If you win that opens Royal Rumble up to anyone to damn win it, though.
You win the Royal Rumble, you get a briefcase.
and if you climb the Money in the Bank, you get a contract.
You get to main event night 1. Win the Royal Rumble, you get to main event night 2.
Faust. No, don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. How about you win the Rumble, you get a choice. You either get to main event WrestleMania, or you get to do a Money in the Bank anytime you like. I would choose to do the Money in the Bank.
Because it's a surprise?
Yeah, you have a better chance of winning. Yeah. You go, I'll just fucking I can main event if I want to. Yeah, but you could show up still at WrestleMania for the title.
That's true.
Faust, this is going to be a fucking catastrophe.
I'm going to wait and see.
Oh, and I've always been the king of, let's see what they do.
Yeah.
I'm jumping the gun. I'm aggravated. Well, hope you enjoyed the show, ladies and gentlemen. Just a little bonus for you because I needed to talk about this and it was driving me fucking nuts. So, all right. See you Thursday.